up, everyone? Welcome to the podcast, a show dedicated to talking about all the poggers things in life, like music, content creation, and video games. I'm one of your co-hosts, JesseKazam.
And I am JesseKazam's co-host.
You're the owner of Jessica's food truck?
I'm the owner of the power washing business.
Yes. Contracted by
monthly water pressurization cleaning
of my food truck company.
Yes, and I am 185 years old. Dude, I woke up this morning. To, oh God, bloody nose.
Oh.
To which I then was like, oh fuck, oh God. And then I moved so quickly that I pulled a muscle in my back. And so I'm fucking just, bro.
Oh my God, that's
just take me out back behind the shed, my guy. I'm like a racehorse with a broken leg.
Oh my God, that's classic. So just within the first 30 seconds of woken up, you've got a bloody nose and a pulled muscle.
I'm just like, yeah, crying in a puddle of blood. And then this is the Thursdays are the day that Meg works from the office.
Oh,
I can't even be like, ah, there was no one there to hear me.
If a Veritas screams in the middle of the forest, does it even make a sound?
Oh God, if a streamer screams in pain in his bedroom
and doesn't tweet about it, does it even make a sound?
Yeah, there's no body pillow there to hear. Then...
Oh man, holy schmoly! What's up, brother? How you doing?
I'm just chilling. Back in the seat after having a few days off for some family stuff.
Yeah.
Just getting up to speed with all the fun stuff that's come out in the last few days that I've been watching for like court, police, body cam.
Oh yeah.
I've just been like opening tabs and like I can't watch these. So
are you like following anything that's live, or you're just saying you're catching up on the backlog of videos you had to watch as like research for the video?
Yeah, mostly catching up on the backlog.
Gotcha.
There's nothing going on at the moment that I'm following. But in my sort of free time, I have been planning out my own little endeavor that first things first.
I'm the realist.
Step number one was obtaining a Canon, one of those old Canon kind of not handy cam, but effectively handy cam.
Oh, okay. When you said Canon, I thought like a cannon.
Well, then I needed to also get a Canon.
Yeah.
Ironically enough, it did involve me locating a Canon, a real one, but that's a different story.
Okay.
But we'll get there. Yeah, because a few of the things that I want to do involve actually like going out into the world and filming.
Yeah. Okay.
I started to think about like, all right, what do I want to carry around? Should I just use my iPhone? Do I want to carry around like a Panasonic DSLR? Do I want to get something else? And then I was like, it just occurred to me how really conveniently small and light the old like early 2000s, like late 90s, digital camcorders were.
Yeah.
And then of course it just hit me like, bro, the like lo-fi aesthetic.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, so I was like looking on eBay. I found one that like I thought would be like the good one. Took a picture, sent it to my dad. I'm like, hey, you don't have anything like this? He's like, I have that literal camera. I'm like, I'll give you $100 for it because
give me.
And he's like, hey, just fucking have it. It's like he's using it anymore.
That's epic.
So I'm excited to pick that up. But yeah, something I plan to do. It's like for those who haven't been around or haven't heard me mention it, the next video that is a work in progress that I'm working on has to do with, it's basically First Amendment auditors and the, its commentary on law enforcement, some of the sort of systemic issues involved with modern law enforcement, law enforcement's relationship with the citizenry, and just kind of overall in general, how no one knows fucking anyone's rights.
Yeah.
From citizens to cops.
Yeah.
And how it's just a problem in 2026 that, like, we don't even know any of the amendments.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah.
What any of the words in them mean. Right? Like the number of police officers that don't know that, like, speech and, like, freedom of speech
isn't just words.
Limited to thing I said with my mouth.
Yeah.
That they don't think that, like, a sign is speech, or that, like, holding a camera and recording is speech.
Yeah.
Not to mention, don't understand the limitations, because there are actual limitations to speech. There's not an absolute freedom, but understanding the nuance and
so Veritas is going to film on location. He's going to get a camcorder and then get arrested. And
well, interestingly enough, and it's really funny, right? Because one of the things that auditors do, like auditing 101, is like grab a camera and go to a police station and film. Because for whatever reason, police officers get butthurt and they want to put you in handcuffs. Now, many of them do actually understand that this is totally acceptable.
Yeah.
But it seems as if, depending on where you are and when, that there's like a coin flip as to whether or not you're going to get arrested, or whether or not someone's going to say, "What are you doing?" and you're going to say nothing. And you're going to go, "Okay, have a good day."
Yeah.
And so what part of what I was thinking was like, I want to get some B-roll and stuff, and maybe I'll just go to my local police station and I'm going to be doing an audit.
Oh yeah. You like accidentally ended up. Yeah.
That wasn't my intention, right? But it's like, but of course I'm like thinking about it, and I'm instantly thinking like, oh fuck, I'm like RPing like now.
Yeah.
No, but I also have the hubris to think that, like, I think I understand my rights, and generally think that I would be able to. I wouldn't be one of the auditors that are particularly, how does one say, edgy. I don't know, like
there's like,
now
I feel like in the year of our Lord 2026, for everything there's the thing, and then there's the content version of that. It's like there are people who go to audit, and there are people who go to audit to make content. And I don't mean to make a video. I mean like content as like the word we use to describe like Mr. Beast videos, right? Like the only purpose it serves is content. Like, you make a video essay, but like the word content is being like separate, at least in my in the gray matter of my brain. Like, you don't make content, you make video essays.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mr. Beast makes content.
Capital C.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so like the content version of every type of media is the what you're talking about. The people that are there to make content.
And there's an interesting discussion to be said for, like, there are people who go there just because they want to get beaten up so that they can sue for $1 million and get someone fired.
Yeah.
Well, then there's all like, but that's indistinguishable from somebody who will go and be respectful but forceful about their rights. And who, if they get beaten up, will sue for $1 million to get fired.
Yes.
And will get there to be like laws passed, and for there to be legislation that will actually be made. But like, I think that nuance is completely lost on people, because what they see is someone going, not bowing to police, and it's all the same to them.
Yeah.
There's no distinction, right? Where I think that like a lot of auditors are going hoping for trouble.
Yeah.
And a lot of auditors, like, think about it. The word is an audit. The IRS, well, okay, maybe this is not the greatest example I was going to say, but like the IRS isn't like hoping when they audit someone to find wrongdoing.
Yeah.
Right. And, people will say, oh, yeah, the IRS wants to take you for
yeah.
all your. No, they're just fucking rando government like grandmas who don't give a fuck and they're just like accountants.
Yeah.
Right. Like, but like the audit it's a test that in many regards, if everyone always passed the test in a perfect world, an ideal world, that wouldn't be like, oh, great. That's incredible. That's amazing.
Yes.
That means every police officer understands our rights and is willing to defend them. And then you never need auditors anymore.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, like, and I have some other things planned that may involve, maybe more likely involve police, but not like in what I think would be like a problematic or troublesome. You know what? Fuck it. I might as well just say what I'm thinking, what I'm planning. Because what this will do is it will, now that I say it out into the universe, I'm going to feel compelled. I'm going to feel like
motivate yourself to do it. Yeah.
Because honestly, there's a part of me that like feels like it's too cringe to just be like a person who's a YouTuber out in the world with a camera interacting with anyone.
Yeah.
There's a difference between like me going and sitting out by the beach with no one else around and like recording me talking to the camera. There's another thing about like me walking up to people with a microphone. It's like already, it's like, no,
I'm with you there.
And then there's picturing what I'm picturing, which, some people might categorize in some way as either like performative or like drama baiting or whatever. But
yeah,
what I want to do is there is a literal town square nearby, basically in the city where I grew up, with like some Civil War era sort of statues, which is where the cannons come in. Which is where the literal cannons come in. And it also it just so happens that there's like a little shack nearby that is like, it's right in the middle of like downtown.
Okay.
And it's like a police shack. There's always a police car there, and I think there's just a cop sitting there probably on his phone all day.
Interesting.
As like a central, something happens, he can just quickly get in his car.
Tower. Interesting.
But it's like 100 feet from where I'm thinking of doing this thing. And part of my video is on the social sort of commentary of the relationship between the citizenry and the police.
Okay.
And so what I'm considering, and I've already done quite a bit of research into the local statutes and the laws, and I think I have a good understanding of what I need to do, the things I need to keep in mind. But imagine you're driving down the street, you come to the sort of town center, you stop at a stoplight, you turn your head, and you see right in the little grassy area where all the protests usually happen. And you see someone sitting in one of those, those little fold-out chairs. You know the one I'm talking about. And on one side is a sign staked into the ground that says, honk once, colon, this is my new video game, honk once, colon, and it says, Blue Lives Matter.
Okay.
And then underneath it, a little area for tally marks. And then on the other side of me is a sign that says, honk twice. Fuck the police. In giant bold letters.
Oh my God.
And I'm just sitting there with a couple of Sharpies just going and just see what happens. There's no way that some Karen isn't gonna call the police.
Oh yeah, I was about to say TMZ is gonna show up, bro.
There's profanity on a sign. That's illegal. You can't. I'm offended.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. I'm gonna get the paradoxical like unicorn that is the like Karen with a MAGA hat, who's the one that calls someone else, like everyone else, snowflakes, but is mad that I'm saying that there's
There's a
sign that says something
sign.
bad about the police.
Yeah.
But that triggered her.
I'd be so interested to see what the tally ended up being.
I have a feeling that it will just end up being squiggles at the point where people are going, meh, 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 meh.
Everyone at the intersection honking at the same time, and it's like, oh, okay, well.
Yeah. So now, see, the thing is that I would stream it, but the thing is that would be an explicit statement that Veritas is at this exact latitude longitude right now.
Yeah.
And it's an area that is identifiable enough that like,
yep.
And I don't live out in the boonies somewhere,
yeah.
so
yeah.
Someone could.
IRL stuff sketches me out too, brother.
Yeah, I don't have any interest in like fucking around with like weird.
And I'd be so terrified I would accidentally click the like live GPS coordinate button on the stream. Like, I would just be there's something that at some setting I would click that would just like show my GPS coordinates on.
But I mean, even if it didn't, like you could literally take I tested this when I drove by there because I drive by there all the time. I actually, yeah. I don't need to say anything more. I took a picture and I fed it to ChatGPT and I was like, do you know where this is? And it told me the location from a photo from the street.
Oh, yeah. No bueno.
So, like, I don't even have to hit the button for people to know, right? So, anyway.
As a tiny little aside, did you see the story about how AI, I don't know if it was ChatGPT or Gemini or Claude, and I don't know anymore. It was able to figure out passwords based on the audio of the keys being typed with like 98% accuracy.
Fuck right off.
Yeah.
Wait.
I don't know how.
How slow do you have to type, I wonder?
I don't know. But it was crazy. Anyways.
Skeptical, Veritas is skeptical.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't stake my life on it, but I saw the article and then I saw somebody that knows more about AI than me react to it. And I was like, oh, damn, that's crazy. Anyways.
Yeah, what you would have to do is you would have to establish some kind of baseline. Like you would have to know, yeah, that's you would, yeah. I mean, yeah, like you have different keyboards. You have the different ways in which the same key can make different sounds. You have different microphones.
Yeah.
So that is one of those things that like could be real, could be interesting. Could be interesting. I want to see if it's real. That's incredible.
Yeah.
But I will tentatively file that in the skeptical bin, and I'm gonna have to check it out.
Yeah. It was just a little tiddly bit that I heard. Anyways, you gonna film your thing?
I think so. Like honestly, I just get stressed out because all I can think about is how I'm one of those people whose phone is always at 11% battery.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, we were talking about you streaming it. Yeah, I don't know. Stream it.
No, I'm not gonna stream it.
Yeah,
I'm definitely not gonna stream it. That involves just another layer of like logistical shit that I don't want to have to think about. Like, oh, I'm gonna have a good connection out there. You know, like,
yeah,
it's just much easier to like set stuff up and not have to worry about that and like record it. And then I also, because this is like a totally new, totally dynamic thing, if I get fucking arrested, I don't know that I want to
yeah.
You know, like I don't know. I'm not too worried about it, but yeah, it's just not worth it.
Yeah.
As much as the stream, I'm sure, would blow up from that.
Yeah.
That would be the kind of thing that everybody would be going around everywhere going, do you see what the fuck?
Yeah.
Right now, yo, check this out. You're just gonna get arrested, man. Yeah. Oh, yeah. One of these days, I just need to head over to
The old
like,
Pop's house.
no, I need to go to like Michael's to buy like giant
Oh,
posters
some giant
and markers.
signs. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
Oh,
yeah,
dude, I'd be so intrigued. I'd be so intrigued. That's sick though about the camera and just like the vibe of the B-roll that you want to
yeah.
film, having the kind of like old, not old timey, but like 90s kind of lo-fi aesthetic. I love that.
I know I had to like caveat that because when I was talking to my dad, I'm like, yeah, I want like a retro vibe. And I knew saying retro to my dad, he was going to laugh at me.
Yep. It's
But
we're the boomers now. We're the old people. The nostalgic old timey is the like 90s, 80s cassette, VHS, and it's like, oh shit. Oh god. Bro, we found, once again, a little off topic, but we found these it's so funny because this is filed under the things where it's like how like a modern day arcade cabinets, I guess, is a great example of this, where like a modern day arcade cabinet is 6 feet tall, 3 feet wide, and it's a Raspberry Pi, like, you know what I mean, the computer is this big. It's kind of similar thing, but they are cameras that are the size and shape of the old disposable cameras of the 90s. But it's an SD card in there, you know what I mean? It's like not really a thing, but we got one for the kids. So it's like, it's not, they are taking pictures without like asking to see my iPhone, right? It's like, here, this is your thing. It can hold 7 billion pictures. And there's like that element of it's not on a phone. They can't just see. There's no screen.
you don't get to see it
They
right
don't
away.
get to see it. So we go
That's
we took them to the Kennedy Space Center and they had the camera hanging off their neck and they were taking selfies and taking pictures and stuff. And then, after like a week or a couple of weeks, we plug it into the computer and we see all the pictures. And it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, it's good vibes. Like yeah, I spent $50 on what's largely like a terrible camera and an SD card, but it's just cool that they have their own thing, their own little camera. It's cool.
Oh yeah, dude. Fuck, that's such a good idea. Because
Yeah.
I literally have one of the Polaroids back there, and every time I walk by, I see it, and I just think about like how cool it is to just have like Polaroids.
Yep. So it's
oh man, you hate to see something like that. 1980 is as long ago from today as 1934 was from 1980. I fucking hate math is
that's an uncomfortable little science fact. I don't like that one bit. Think about how different 1980 is to today, but even more so how different 1936 was from 1980. That's wild stuff, man.
Yeah, I wonder if like I was just thinking about like if I told my dad, I'm like, Dad, what's like what do you consider like nostalgic old school to you? And he would say like the 70s.
Yeah.
And then if you were to ask me that, I would also like say the 70s, like in a weird way. Because like I grew up listening to like 70s music and stuff.
Yeah,
so like,
same.
but like, I mean, I guess it depends on who's asking.
Yeah, exactly. It's
my answer would change.
Yeah. And like asking what you're nostalgic for can be different than what makes you feel nostalgic.
Yeah, the 70s, like listening to 70s music doesn't, you're totally right.
Yeah, like you'll see something like an old, footage from like an old Chuck E. Cheese, and then like when they were clean and you're just like, oh man. But I would never be like, what are you nostalgic for in the 90s? And be like, oh, Chuck E. Cheese. You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah, no, and I guess I like kind of lied there too. Like old school and nostalgic are two different things. Like I think it would make sense that like old school is almost like before you're born, whereas nostalgic is like
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
So I suppose that like I don't want to conflate them.
But I am in that same boat. Like when I was the age that I'd be nostalgic for now, I was like listening to like AC/DC and Led Zeppelin and all this kind of stuff with my dad, you know, which was before. So it's like, in a way, I'm nostalgic for that time, but that's not really what my nostalgia is. Yeah, that's like, that was old school when I was 12. So, but yeah. Yeah. Well, that's cool, man. I'm excited. What's like, if you had to give a percentage done, like percentage through the process of this video, are you like 5% done, 20%? Are you still? Because I know you're still in the research phase and like kind of scripting
14 minutes of video edited.
Oh shit!
Which is like
3% of the video.
In the intro. Yeah. And I have like 200 pages of notes.
Oh my god!
A lot of that is like bullet point.
Yeah.
With like reference links. Yeah, I'm back to having 4 different Google Docs. Auditing notes, auditing outline, auditing summary, auditing script for like 20 pages.
You're writing a research paper.
And then I have a whole other one that's like a larger. I just end up redoing things too often because it's like,
yeah.
With a Google Doc, it's just nice to start fresh. It's the same thing with software projects, dude. There's nothing better than hitting like file new project and just being like, there's no crap. There's no. It's like having an empty room and like having whatever furniture you want like outside, as opposed to reorganizing a room that has shit in it.
Yeah.
And you want to keep some of it, but some of it you're over.
Yeah. I find it slightly more comforting to have the shit in the room. Because I feel like there's just...
You're going to keep half of it?
Yeah, because I feel like... And this is probably like a bad thing. But I don't operate well under the pressure of having to like start and initiate something. That blank document is like... I could stare at that for forever because I'm like, what's sentence number 1? I get super tripped up on like how to start. But when I come back to a document that's got 10 pages and I can just like go through it all. Brains are weird, man. Brains are weird.
I suppose that's true.
But okay, so you're still, so you're...
I have everything I need with all of the general ideas I have effectively written. Now, it really doesn't take a ton to go from... These days, when I've been writing my notes, they are fairly like robust in terms of like some of them might literally just be word for word scripted. Some of them literally just say law enforcement officer giving you a lawful order does not mean, or giving you an order is not necessarily a lawful order. That is something I need to flesh out and turn into like 3 or 4 sentences to explain kind of what I'm talking about. Then there are like I scroll down a little bit, and I see that I've got like paragraphs of there is this constant ambiguity that they can't ask you questions and ask for ID and ask for your name, but you aren't always required to give it. They tell you it's required, they're wrong. So like some of this is like fully fleshed out things that are like almost, they're like 90% of the way there.
Do you feel, I've been doing this a lot. I start something and I'm like, okay, I just need to get all my thoughts out. I'm going to bullet point everything and then come back. And I start bullet pointing and literally as the document progresses, the bullet points get longer and longer and longer. And when I get up from the session, I'm just scripting. Like I have my brain doesn't work in bullet points anymore. I'll make a couple bullet points and then before I know it, each bullet point is 3 paragraphs. And I'm like, oh, I'm just scripting the fucking video. But then I forget things. I forget things I was going to bullet point later because that was the point. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, so I assume that like what you're talking about happens to me as well, in that you get an idea that you want to put a bullet point for. As you start to write the idea, you get an idea for how you want to word it.
You want to frame this thing, this idea, yeah.
Yeah, so because there's like an interesting way of wording something and there's not interesting ways of wording something. And that's the difference between a well-written script and just a ChatGPT summary and just
Yeah.
an average person
Yeah.
stating things,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Yep.
yeah.
So my bullet, like I end up always sitting down to start a script and be like, well, let me just bullet point all my ideas. And then I just end up scripting out half the video or a section of the video and then forgetting all the other bullet points I was going to put down. And yeesh.
My issue, because I did a lot of driving over the weekend, but I had a bunch of ideas that I wanted to get down. And so the best way that I have to, there are like apps for this, and there's other like things that you can do. I'm looking into it, but I'll just open up my notes app, create a new note, and just like
dictate,
hit the little record, like the microphone button.
Yep.
And I've got Apple CarPlay, so I can just like speak.
Yeah.
But it's funny that like I'm speaking, but if I was typing it, there's a lot of backspace, type, back. But I can't, I'm driving, so I'm not doing that. So like my sentences end up being nonsensical when like.
Dude, I know exactly what you mean.
Sometimes I'll be like open bracket, I'll say a thing, and then I'll say closed bracket, and it'll type the words closed bracket, and it's like, or I'll say open bracket, and it's like a parenthesis, and I'll be like, oh fuck, and then it'll type. So like I'm reading through this shit, and I have to like translate this shit to where, oh my god.
Yeah.
I say a thing, and then it's like I'll have like a list where I'm like A and then B and then C and then B and then A and then D and then B and then F, and then it's like,
dude.
And I'm like, I'll figure out what I meant in post when I'm sitting in front of a Word document.
Yep. I've done the same thing. It seems so idyllic in my mind to just like stand up, walk around, and dictate my thoughts. But I'm so chronically online that like I script at the speed of type, not at the speed of thought. And so when I dictate, I just can't ever get it out the same way as if I'm typing. Like, one, you don't have the backspace, which then you just like, then your brain trips over, well, how do I now correct this in a way that when I go back to read the dictated text, I understand what I mean? And then I've lost the fucking thought, right? I've lost the thing I was trying to say. But yeah, just it flows better out the fingers, out the phalanges than out the mouth.
Yeah, and then when you're typing, you also have the whole, like, I'm halfway through a sentence, something pops in my head, I can enter, type that thing in my head, and then go back.
Yes.
But instead, now it's that idea is in the middle of a sentence.
Yes.
Like, open paren, this is completely, I put this later, put this before, here's the thing that I wanted to say, close paren.
Yeah.
Where the fuck was I in the last sentence? So I just restart the sentence, and it's
Conversely, when Frankie and the team give me like a cut of a video, I hate typing out my feedback because I feel like it's so vibes based. I need to be able to say, when I'm like providing feedback,
you need like a reasonable justification as opposed to like,
I need to be able to hit them with the, like, you know what I mean? Like that kind of stuff that never feels weird in text. You know what I mean? So when I do that, I'll dictate a response because I'm not reading it. It's just, and I don't dictate. I just send a voice note because I want them to be able to hear the inflection of my voice. I'll just like talk to them and be like, yeah, I don't know, like this, like there was that part and it was like, I don't know, kind of these vibes, kind of those vibes. And I kind of want something like typing that's just like a mess, bro. So yeah.
Yeah, that's when you just need to like talk to them and basically say, preface it all with, oh god, yeah, you just need to have like the relationship with them to where you can just say like, don't question it, don't think about it too hard, don't take this as like
no
as
it's
whatever,
it's,
and just
it's not that they're actually insanely good at that. I just can't. I feel like I can't. When I try to type out what I mean, I read it and I'm like, that like the words I said, I'll be like, that's not what I mean after I typed them. Like, I just like can't get out the vibe because it's so much more like vibes based on like,
I see what you mean.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, it would just be like typing out a critique of like music. If you sent me a track, just imagine that. Oh, it would just be so much easier for me to call you and be like, oh, dude, that riff, like you know what I mean? It just immediately we would just.
How do you type out like, oh man, oof, that riff?
Yeah.
Oh, you need like a bunch of Twitch chat emojis and like timestamps.
Exactly.
I know
So that's more of the vibe. I just like immediately have to speak it as opposed to typing it. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. True. Dude, speaking of, someone mentioned I think I pulled up the Discord to like look for a link or something.
Okay.
I saw one of the comments in the Patreon Discord was like, Jesse, your new video is fire. Someone was like, yeah, the intro is 6. I pulled up your fucking video. I only watched the intro, but fucking it made someone in chat said this, and I completely concur that I'm like, this makes me want to fire apart Tarkov.
Yeah, dude. Thank you.
If you're listening to this and you haven't seen Jesse's latest video, it's Tarkov video about why Woods is the best map. Pull it up because it's a fire.
Dude, they cooked with that one. That was one like dude, I love working with Ghost Pixel and the team because there's no like collaborative like that. That was a lot of like back and forth on the intro where it was like, okay, I have like a thing scripted for the beginning, but like I don't want this to feel like a Jesse talking video. Like, you know what I mean? That like there is an intro to it, but that's not what this video is. It's a longer form, kind of more narrative focused video. And so I want to set that tone of the vibes immediately. So we went through a couple of options and then they freaking cooked with that intro. It's got good vibes. Good vibes. So thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. Before we move on and maybe talk about some gaming related things, I do want to take a quick second and thank the sponsor for this episode, and that is The Perfect Gene. The Perfect Gene, the perfect podcast sponsor. The Perfect Gene makes obviously jeans, and they are phenomenal. Not only do they have an insane amount of customs, look at that. Oh, look at that. Not only do I was like, I don't know, it's the ad read. I don't know if I'm not only do they have an insane amount of customization in terms of you being able to buy what you want, they have every width, every length, every cut, every color, but the jeans are insanely premium, high quality, durable. They don't feel completely different after a wash. I feel like I can wear them a million times and I can wash them a million times and they still fit and feel amazing. They've got the perfect amount of stretch, the perfect amount of structure. They it's a jean. It's nothing fancy. There's not freaking LEDs or RGB in it. It is just everything you want out of a jean, a high quality version of that. They're insanely good.
Yeah, I mean, like literally what? You have affordable, high quality, looks good, comfortable, lasts long.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, and especially coming from me and my burgeoning dad bod, the fact that about 93% of my t-shirts I no longer fit into, the fact that I feel quite confident I could gain another 50 pounds and actually comfortably wear these jeans just because of how forgiving they are stretch wise.
Yep.
It's fantastic. So I love them. I love all of the other like the jean khaki pants I have, especially when going to like not like formal events, but like something that you want to, Thanksgiving, that kind of thing. Easter, you want to wear some khakis and a sweater or whatever.
100%.
The same thing with how good they look. And I also forgot about the fit and the fact that they have like 9 trillion combinations of like waists.
Yes.
What is it? Inseam, waist.
Yep. Waist to length.
And then there's like do you want skinny? Do you want straight cut? All that stuff. It's like you have infinite customizability is a word I said fine perfectly.
Patent it. No, 100%. Yeah, they feel amazing. And that's the thing is, right, it's like the greatest advertisement is they only sent me 1 pair. I've bought 4 more, because I like having a black pair of jeans, a really light pair of jeans, a really dark pair of jeans, and then you're kind of like all arounder. I like skinny jeans, so I got them skinny, perfect length and width, and now I just have for like any occasion. The den khakis are nice, and they have all sorts of like tops as well. They have shorts now. They have t-shirts, polos. They're all incredibly comfortable, incredibly high quality. Incredibly highly reviewed. The Perfect Jean is banger. And our listeners can get 15% off their first order plus free shipping at theperfectjean.nyc or Google The Perfect Jean and use code POGCAST15 for 15% off at theperfectjean.nyc. Use code POGCAST15 for 15% off your first order. Thank you so much to The Perfect Jean for sponsoring this episode.
Tell me about your gaming, gamer.
Tell me about your gaming, gamer. Well, it's been good. It's like the YouTube stuff is kind of like linked up with it. I've been like really inspired again to, because I've like, so as a YouTuber, I've for a while now kind of like freaking YouTubers in the back of my head, you know, really wanted to kind of like focus up. I kind of went all over the place over the past year or two with the type of content I was making. I tried to go back and dabble with more like beginner guide content or like really highly scripted out, not video essay, but like shorter, almost like just like a take. Like my most viewed video is a 30-minute video on Arc Raiders, right? That was the one that popped off last year. It's got like 1.5 million views. I don't know if I would call that a video essay because it's 30 minutes long. It's not like a proper, I didn't go into the history. It was just largely my take on why I liked it. So like somewhere between a video essay.
Video essays don't have to be long. It's a video essay.
That's true. So like more highly scripted stuff like that, you know, going back to like beginner guide stuff for Marathon and for like Arc Raiders. And I've just been all over the place and like none of it was really working really consistently. And so I'm kind of like back to like wanting to like double down on what works well and what I enjoy making, which is currently like the longer form kind of like movie-esque gaming videos. You know what I mean? That helps me. I have so much more fun playing Tarkov when I'm doing that with one of those in mind. Like when me and Vel do like 1 to 15 pistols only, that's so much better than just like 4 days of just playing regular Tarkov. Like we have a thing in mind. It helps us stay like goofy and not really care when we die. Like
it makes it fun too, because it's almost like and Tarkov is the perfect game for this, where like you're playing, but you're not just a guy running around with you're a camera.
Yes. Yeah.
You are you're 100%. A director.
Yes. So it just adds a whole other layer. So that's kind of why I've been back to making that. I posted one that I did on like Lighthouse like a week or so ago. And the one we did on Woods, both videos are doing very poorly in terms of like views and monetization, whatever. But that's okay because A, I'm excited about what I'm making again, which is good. And B, like it's almost exciting to be back to making content where like I feel making content frequently enough that I feel like I can look at this video and then go, okay, why do I think that video didn't do well? Like, should I change this? Should I change that? And then be able to execute on it. When I'm only posting a video once every 3 months, it's so much harder to do that, to engage with it that way.
You can't iterate in that same way.
Yeah. So like, but if I'm posting a video every 2 weeks, then it's easier to like look at the analytics and look at this and try that. And then I also think like this is some of that, you know, the algorithm woo, you know, I have nothing to prove this, but sometimes I feel as though I built my channel on Tarkov, right? All the way up to 230,000 subs. And for 6 months, I've posted like 2 Tarkov videos. And in the middle there was just tons of Arc Raiders videos, Marathon videos, Gray Zone videos. And some were like beginner guides, some were movies, some were opinion pieces, whatever. And so I like during that time, like people were like unsubscribing, which was totally a normal thing to do, by the way. But I think coming back, I almost have to build a little bit of that like credit with not necessarily the algorithm, but with the viewers that it's like, oh, I'm making Tarkov content again. Because I think a lot of people who, you know, we talk all the time about like the most sane thing to do when a YouTuber starts making content you don't like is just unsubscribe, not to leave a hate comment on every video. Just be like, oh, like, I hope best of luck to them. But like, you know, I'm still in Tarkov or whatever. No, I don't want to like make my channel a Tarkov channel by any stretch of the imagination. But I do think that's part of why the videos aren't necessarily doing great, because a lot of people that saw me as Tarkov content saw that change and just went, oh, he doesn't make Tarkov content anymore. And so I have to kind of like start from zero in that sense.
And an alternate hypothesis is a bunch of new people came in from Arc Raiders and
Yes.
stuff, came in and they're like, oh, this isn't, I'm not into Tarkov as much as I was Arc Raiders.
Yes.
So then they stick around for less, and then the watch time.
Exactly.
Or literally none of the above, and fuck us.
Oh yeah, all I can really do is like be like, this sounds like it makes sense. Let me use that and try and then see if that works, right? So it'll be interesting. And then the other thing as well is I'm slightly less concerned with how these videos do immediately, because they are much more evergreen. If I do a beginner guide and that video, it bombs like 24 hours after I post it, I'm really sad because I'm like, this video is never going anywhere if I didn't hit it in that first day or two. Whereas one of these videos might underperform within the first 7 days, but continue to get 500, 800, 1,000 views a week just in perpetuity. And then I look back a year later and be like, oh, that video has 98,000 views. Oh shit. Like, you know what I mean? Yep. I had no idea. So there's a little bit of that as well. So, but I say that to say that like, that is kind of like, it's been fun for my brain to chew on gaming and Tarkov from that. Less about like putting in the grind, streaming Tarkov, and more like I'm enjoying kind of creating content again. And that's something to do. Because outside of that, I'm just kind of in like a holding pattern right now. Whereas like I played Marathon the other day with Berkey and Redstone and genuinely had a blast. I'm still team. That game is like way undervalued. Like that game is really good, but I don't like to play. I just straight up don't like to play Marathon solo. That is a game that I only like to play with people. And so many of my friends don't like Marathon, and the ones that do don't always stream during the time. So I end up not playing Marathon because it's like, I don't really have a squad to play, and it's such a squad focused game. So it's like, I don't really have that. I've kind of put Arc Raiders down until October, until they do their big first patch. WARDOGS isn't out yet. DMZ2 looks awesome, but that's not coming till October. Beautiful Light looks sick, but that's not coming till later. Lots of things to look forward to. Lots of games, lots of content I'm inspired to make about some of these games. But right now, just kind of like
a lull
in this holding pattern until that comes out. But yeah, I will say WARDOGS did another devlog, and it was pretty cool. It was a really interesting. They're like, so you ever like, it's like you listen to a politician say so many things that like you agree with. It's so many things you agree with that a part of you goes, I don't know if I can trust you. Like it comes around, like, you know what I mean? It's almost like that where they're so based that I'm almost like reminding myself. It's like, don't get caught up in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That being said, they released a video that was awesome where basically they were like, hey, they released a devlog that was like, this is a great exercise in showing you, the players, how we take in feedback and how we develop this game. So like last week or 2 weeks ago, we talked about it. They showed like 35 minutes of gameplay. I was really vibing with it. But the number one piece of feedback from that was that people didn't like the kill cam. So when you die, there's a kill cam. And it's a live kill cam. It's not a replay. So when you get killed, the camera just pans to where the guy that shot you from.
And they just see them walking away teabagging because that'll be the...
Yes. So it's like the kill cam. And so they were able to be like, okay, let's walk through how we process feedback. And on one side, they said some things that were banger. They were like, one side, they didn't say this verbatim. I forget how they said it, but we're going to weigh more the feedback from people that have played the game than from people who haven't played the game. And they've been playtesting for months in the background. And then they talked about how like the kill cam wasn't originally in the game. And they talked a lot about their ethos on like, we want to be, because they've said this before, in all of their devlogs, they always say, we want to be a hardcore experience that doesn't forget it's a game. So they always add that because everything now is like hardcore. We want to be hardcore. And then they said this, dude, literally we were like, I was like paused live reacting to this, being like, do they watch the podcast? Because they were like, what does hardcore mean? They were like, Arma players think they're hardcore because they're not playing Battlefield. Battlefield players think they're hardcore because they're not playing Call of Duty, and Call of Duty players think they're hardcore because they're playing hardcore mode in Call of Duty. And so he was like,
Can we say that? Like almost.
yeah, right. And so he was like, hardcore, means different things to different people. And so for us, we had to decide what type of game we wanted to make and where that line is for us. And we're drawing that line and saying, hey, this is the game we want to make. And we found that the type of game that this is the most fun over the hump. They were basically almost describing like a Tarkov-esque thing, where like Tarkov is the most fun over a certain hump. There's lots of humps in Tarkov, but there's a couple specific ones where like you really start to understand. You get a couple kills, you get the healing down, and you know how to like isolate what heal to do, and you start to understand. It doesn't mean you're good at Tarkov, but that's when the like fun of Tarkov begins. And they were basically explaining that where like WARDOGS is a game where it's a big map and you can die from anywhere. And we found that players were disengaging with the game before getting to that point when they didn't know, there was no feedback. They didn't know where they died from. They didn't know what they did wrong. And so we introduced the kill cam and we saw a humongous rise in the retention and people were getting to that point. So as someone, by the way, who disliked the kill cam, I was one of those people that when I watched the gameplay, I was like, kill cam, gross. I was like, hey, that at least explains to me that there's intentionality behind it, that there's things I didn't see behind that decision. Whether I fucks with it or not, hey, there's some intentionality behind it. And then they talked about how the way they're doing kill cams is also really interesting. I didn't know this. So if you get killed, it's the kill cam, it zooms over and it shows you where the guy that killed you was. If you get a headshot and you kill someone with a headshot, it pans the camera towards the direction of the person, but doesn't show you exactly where the person is. And if you purchase, because we've talked about the cash like economy in the game, if you purchased a ghillie suit instead of armor and you have a ghillie suit on, when you kill someone, there's no kill cam.
Oh my God, what a clever way to
and I was
like a ghillie suit, because the ghillie suit is never going to be as good in a game. You can never make it as good as real life, which is you're a bush.
Yes, you're literally a bush. Yeah. Yes.
So, but that
yes
is like you're a conceptual bush.
Yeah, a conceptual bush. Yes. Oh, you're philosophically a bush. So,
God, dude.
And so not only is there, it feeds perfectly into the idea of the game, which is your choices matter and the economy. So now you can't have armor. You're choosing that over that. But what you gain in return is like potentially the ability to stay alive a lot longer. It also, it costs money to unlock the ghillie suit, and then you're purchasing money. So if you buy the ghillie suit for lives in a row and you keep dying, getting to the position you're trying to get into, you might be like, oh, fuck it. But what you get is, I was just really surprised and intrigued because once again, as someone who came at this from I'm anti-kill cam, they were able to say, hey, there's more to these decisions than you think watching a trailer. We didn't know about the headshot thing. We didn't know about the ghillie suit thing. We didn't know about like how much that helped with player retention. And I was like, whoa, I was like, what a clever and like gradient, like a gradual thing where, you can get the headshot. And so I was like, okay, that's really cool. And then they said at the end, basically that the top of the ladder in terms of getting over the hump and then wanting a more hardcore experience, they're going to be a server browser based game. So they're going to have official servers and they're going to have official hardcore servers. And the hardcore servers mean no kill cam whatsoever. The kill feed will only show people in your squad, not on your team, in your squad. So you won't be able to see when like other people on the map die. Vehicles will be first person only. You won't be able to third person see vehicles and like see behind walls. And then there was one other thing. I can't remember what it was. But I was like, that's literally perfect. Like that, like if you were frustrated with the kill cam, you probably like every single one of those things. So the fact that there will be official servers that are hardcore servers that continue with the meta progression of like, you still get to like make your money, because they've said like they're going to allow people to make their own servers and make their own rules, but they won't all. They'll have to divorce some from the economy, or else you'll have like, you'll have servers named 99 bots, XP boosts, you know what I mean? And people will just farm. So, but the hardcore servers will be included in the like meta progression of your currency and all that kind of stuff. And so I was like, as someone who initially was like, this is kind of too arcadey, this is lame. It was like this perfect thing where, and they even said in the video, they were like, we're not going to make one of these videos every time the community disagrees with a decision we make. But we thought this was a good opportunity to like show you how we make decisions, show you how we internalize feedback. Obviously, we want to hear your thoughts, but we've got a lot of feedback that maybe you haven't seen because you just watched a trailer and this. And then at the end, they said, which once again, not to overglaze them, but they said something you'll never see anyone from EA or any of Activision say. And they said, if after conversations like this, you don't know if you want to play WARDOGS, it's probably not for you. You're always welcome, but we don't want you spending money on a game that you're not going to enjoy. So it's in our best interest to be super honest and transparent about the type of game we are. And I was like,
okay, wait.
I was like, damn.
That I'm trying to think of a comparable. I'm trying to think of a comparable. That to me is like a company being like, listen, not only do we have like a 90-day money back guarantee, if you don't like it, we'll give you 4 times the money back. Because of the it's like, bro, you're trying too hard.
I know, that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying at the beginning, where it's like, it's almost like too based. You know what I mean? Like, but
listen, in the Gregorian year of our Lord 2026, I'm all for someone.
So once again, it's like, it could be all made up marketing speak to sell games. I admit that that's a reality. But we live in an era where every game has been marketed as the game for everyone. Like, if you like hardcore games, if you like arcade games, if you like Call of Duty, if you like Fortnite, like, this game's for you. And I was explaining this to my wife a little bit, and it's like, people that like Marvel movies and people that like black and white French cinema, they're never in the same movie theater. But we've had movies recently that make their trailers that almost explicitly say, if you like Marvel movies and if you like French cinema and if you like old Criterion collections, you're all going to love this movie. And so now, because we're all in the same theater, we're all arguing all the time. And we would have always argued, we just wouldn't have been in the same movie theater before.
Yeah.
And so that is kind of feels like the state of gaming. It's always been, there's chads and there's casuals. It's always been people that like hardcore games and people that like arcade games. It's that the games have been marketed as like, we're a game for everything. And so now all the people are arguing with each other. And so once again, fully recognizing that it could be like ChatGPT, how do I make a game that's like how do I make the most based marketing video ever? And then they just read that script. I accept that that can be a reality, but I also accept that I'm at least going to say for now, it's nice to hear somebody say, if you don't like this, please don't buy our game. Like, that's just like, oh, okay, cool. Like, hopefully that really means what they say. And like someone in chat said, oh, that sounds good, but legit question, how far do you think that kind of attitude will take them? I genuinely don't understand that question. It won't take them anywhere. It's just like that. That's the thing where I feel like the marketing has fried our brains. Like, if they're being genuine, like, if the game sucks, that won't take them anywhere.
Yeah, it's their marketing won't take them anywhere. It's how they act relative to the marketing.
Exactly. It's like, what
if you have shitty marketing and you're god tier, then you're going to be limiting your progress.
Yes.
If you have great marketing and you're shit tier, then you'll actually probably end up worse than if you had mediocre marketing.
Like, I'm not trying. I know Berserk, we're freaking homies. He's on Child of Time. I'm not trying to say, but like that the way I interpret that question is like, we're so used to people lying to us all the time, and then somebody is honest and somebody saying, okay, honesty is great and all, but how far do you think that will take them? I'm like, what do you mean by that? Like, I don't know. If they're honestly saying, I'm going to shoot you in the face, it's not going to take them very far, but at least they're being honest. Like, so when I say it's refreshing for them to be so seemingly, I'm not going to say definitively, seemingly honest, seemingly like they care about the game, seemingly like they've got a line in the sand they want to draw. Once again, about something that I was on team fuck the kill cam, all I'm trying to say is it's refreshing. I'm not making a claim that that honesty will sell copies. I'm not making the claim that that honesty will compensate for bad game design. It's just, that sounds nice, period. That's the whole sentence. That's it. At the end of the day, they are making a game, and if the game sucks, the game sucks, right? You know what I mean? It's but I just feel like I have a video on WARDOGS coming out that's just like an opinion piece. I just scripted up of why I'm excited, what I'm concerned about, what I think is good, what I think is bad. And I put in at the end, I was like, in a time where it's really important for us, in a world where it's really important for us to call out the red flags we see, because we have been duped enough to see the red flags. I feel as though it's equally as important to say things that we think are cool. Like, I'm an eternal optimist. I get that. A lot, like, we've talked about this before. My whole life, it's just the way my brain works. It's probably some subset of the population. I don't think I'm special. But, like, I don't mind getting let down. Like, I'll get really excited about a thing, and then if that thing sucks, if I get super excited about a movie, and then that movie sucks, I'm just like, oh, well. If I get super, if I wanted a toy when I was a kid, I was like, oh my God, this Army Man. And I'm like, oh, this thing is ass. Like, I just don't mind. And that's not how a lot of people are. And so they internalize a lot of that frustration on me when I'm like, yo, that sounds sick. So many people are like, haven't you learned anything about the state of the gaming industry and this, that? And it's like, Activision used to say that same thing as this and that. And I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. When I say that looks cool, you see that as preloaded with so much other subtext that you're frustrated about, and your feelings are probably valid. But like, all I'm saying is like, that looks cool. That looks ass. That looks mid. I don't know about that. I need more information about that. And I feel like we're allergic to just like putting periods at the end of the sentence and not having them be filled with all this subtext. You know, even now we've talked about WARDOGS, 4 podcasts in a row. So there are people that listen to this that are like, Jesse is overhyped about WARDOGS. I feel as though I'm adequately hyped. Like, I'm not over or under hyped. It looks cool. I can afford the game. I'm going to buy it. If it sucks, I have other games to play. But because I like shooting the shit with chat and with my friend Veritas, and I like talking about the things, people take away from that I'm like, building it up that it's going to be the best game ever. And I'm really not. I'm perfectly adequately hyped.
It's because their brains are so fried that they think everything is like it's a steak ad or something.
Yeah.
That you have like a Kelshi bet on it, like the game getting concurrent viewer.
Yeah.
Or, you know what I mean?
Ulterior motives. Yeah.
So fucking jaded that they don't realize that literally there's no fucking difference, okay, between people like you and I and people like them in terms of the way that our brains work. Yeah. Like, I'll leave a comment on a video that's just like a cheesy joke, whatever, and it's because for the same reason that 99.9% of the YouTube commenters make comments, because they just feel like saying a thing. It's how they feel. And yet people respond and be like, what makes you think blah, blah, you're just engagement firm? It's like, do I just make an alt account so that I can be a normal human? I'm not allowed to be a normal human if there's a check mark next to my name, right? Like, sometimes you can just be excited about a thing and you're not being paid. You can be excited about a thing and you're not a shill. You know, like, oh my God, dude, it's like, listen, in many ways, I am the person we're talking about, but with one special caveat. When my wife, we're going in like Labor Day down to Florida, and we're going to be going to Disney. Meg loves Disney. She always talks about how excited she is. I can't wait for this thing. I can't wait for this trip. I can't wait for this thing that's coming up.
Yeah.
I, for whatever reason of my childhood, repressed, like Mickey Mouse, like kicked me down when I was a child. Actually, Tigger did push me down as a child, and I cried. And my dad like physically threatened Tigger. So maybe this is it. Maybe this is why. Okay?
This is the trauma coming.
But like, I don't get excited about something like Disney until I have walked through the front gate and gone with my little pass.
Yeah.
And it's not raining.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yes. Because the moment I get excited about a thing, the flight gets canceled. It starts raining that day, like so.
Yeah.
But the difference is that I will do nothing but be happy for my wife's excitement and validate it.
Hey, dude,
I have
exactly.
I don't have to
Your
on
wife's excitement is not an explicit command for you to be excited. And your reservations of getting excited is not an explicit demand of her to chill out. You guys can coexist. And I know I'm a glass half full guy. I know I'm an optimist. I know I'm a sucker for good marketing. I know when I see a trailer, I want to say, fuck, that looks sick. I also know a lot of people have been burned by companies that they really respected making bad decisions, game franchises that they really respected making bad decisions. Like I get that. My excitement is never, you should be excited. Now, I get the dynamic here is hard because many content creators have had those ulterior motives, right? Have had the ads going on that they were sweeping under the rug. They have had the thing. So once again, like, I'm not even, I get it. All I'm saying, like, is that I want us to be able to coexist. I want to be able to go, that looks fucking sick. And you can just go, yeah, we'll see. Like, we'll see when it gets here. And then we can just like leave that there. I don't need you to be excited. You don't have to need me to not be excited. We can just like both coexist. And I think that's what we're missing. Because everyone's like so nervous that the other person, because it's like that first mover's advantage, right? You know what I mean? Like on the playground, you won if you called Johnny the, Fart Master 6000 before he called you a different name. It's a race to the bottom. If you think he's about to do a thing, I'm just going to do it first because then I win. Yeah. And so there's this on the internet. It's hard to tell when someone is going to try to like force you into an opinion or say your opinion is wrong. And so I feel like we jump the shark a lot of time being like, bro, I can't believe you this, that, or the other. And it's like, oh man, like how many games? Like I was like, there have been tons of games where I was super excited for, and they turned out to be like fun, but kind of mid, or like I thought they had a lot of potential, but they didn't reach that potential. And I was totally fine. Like, and I don't even hide it. People are like, why don't you play Delta Force anymore? I was super excited about Delta Force. I was like, well, I had fun playing it. I played for a couple of 100 hours, but like, I don't know. It didn't really pick up steam. None of my friends played anymore. I kind of got tired of it. Like, I'm not hiding it. It's just like, so it's that. It's that just like, I am excited. I don't need you to be excited. I'm the perfect amount of hyped, and you're probably the perfect amount of hyped. If you see WARDOGS and you're like, listen, we've done this song and dance before. I'll wait until see it comes out. I think you're the perfect amount of hyped, which is maybe none at all, right? For you, it's like, hype is like an internal thing. Like if Jack Frags makes a video that says, if you're not excited about WARDOGS, you're stupid. He can't compel you to be excited. You know what I mean? You would probably watch that and go, that's kind of cringe, Jack Frags. Like, you know what I mean? Like you are the person that sets the, I don't know. It's just,
I mean, like, listen, one last thing that I will say that like I identify in some ways with these people because I, in the year of our Lord 2026, find no enjoyment in anything.
which is fair.
The difference is that I recognize that that's fucking pathological and I'm in therapy weekly for such a thing.
Yeah.
And I try not to bestow that upon every random person in every comment section and I'll put a video essay out about that exact thing once every 9 months.
Yeah.
But I won't be in the comment section. I won't be replying to tweets about it. I won't be.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that's also totally fine. Yeah. So
okay, wait. So on the topic of War Dogs, though.
Yeah.
Did anything happen?
Oh, dude, I got words for you, bro.
I think I have a feeling they're not good words.
No.
God damn it. I should have known.
I know.
I should have known that doing a good thing is a bad thing.
Dude, because what was it? Was it Monday that it happened? Like we did the PP, or was it last Thursday? Okay.
It was live. While we were live, I did it.
Yes. So we were talking about WARDOGS. We were talking about how
I blame the
Buffalo Trace. We were live. We were talking about WARDOGS. You tweeted that while we were live. You didn't say you were going to tweet it. I didn't ask you to tweet it. I didn't notice you had tweeted it until I was done editing the podcast. I sit down and I see it because I was tagged in your thing. And I was like, oh, dude. And I saw it and I went, my boy V. I put the phone down. The next morning I woke up and I went, fuck you, Veritas. Because it was like, it was 600 responses to your tweet that were like, fuck you, fuck Jesse, fuck WARDOGS if they give you access, streamers ruin everything, they're so entitled to everything, and I was like, I did not ask for that. Oh my God, bro. It was so fun. I mean, like, obviously, what the world can't comprehend is that wasn't content creator Veritas leveraging his clout to like inject a psyop spy content creator into the playtest. It was homie and like, bro, get my buddy in there. We're just friends. But good fucking luck explaining that to anybody. You know what I mean? Like,
listen, yeah, and you know what? Like, I feel bad that it caused any headaches it caused. Okay,
dude, it's the internet. It's whatever.
But like, fuck you.
Yeah.
if you have a problem, okay? Because listen, here's the deal.
Yeah.
As I am the least content creator-esque content creator. I don't do clickbait. I don't take a million sponsors in every fucking video. I don't release low quality slop. I don't sell my soul for clicks and for fucking money. The one thing I do with my fucking platform is the one thing I do.
Try to help a homie.
Is help a homie. Once I fucking put a friend, my best friend who broke his fucking neck playing with his boy outside, and I posted my fucking GoFundMe for my homie.
Oh, yeah.
And I pinned it to the top of Twitter, okay? Because I've got, 20,000, 30,000 followers on Twitter. Heaven forbid I one time try to get support a GoFundMe for a friend, and another time I fucking say, hey, I've got some followers. My homie wants to play the game. What else am I going to use my fucking platform
for? Dude, it was so funny.
Anyone who has a problem can fucking eat shit. Okay.
I was catching.
And the other part is, if a content creator who reviews games gives feedback to developers, who does it better than 99% of any other human being out there, if someone like that, i.e. JesseKazam, doesn't deserve to play a little early in a playtest full of a bunch of people who are some content creators, some not, then who else does?
I appreciate it. Dude, it was just.
And then third, fucking, I'm cooking now.
Keep it going.
The responses, half of them were "fuck you, entitled piece of shit," blah blah blah, and the other half were "give me access,
dude.
Give me access, WARDOGS." So you fucking dickheads can't have it both ways, okay?
That's what.
If you have a problem with it, I don't fucking care. I'll die on this hill and any hill. All right,
dude. That's what I was like. Once again, I wasn't going to engage because I knew it was going to make it worse. But the
my wife just texted me, "Are you okay?" Okay.
Dude, that's my wife, when whenever she pops up in a chat, it's because she hears me from outside and she's always like checking on it. But bro, that's what I was gonna say. I was like, the irony of like, I was catching so much heat when I didn't know you tweeted it or asked you to tweet it. So in this thing, I was the one that was the least like, hey, pick me. And the responses were like, no, fuck that guy, pick me. I was like, you're doing the pick me thing that you think I did, that I didn't do, that you hate me for. My buddy was just like, bro, dude, it was...
No, they'd rather we do it like via email behind closed doors.
Via carrier pigeon.
No one, like, God, give me a fucking...
Dude, it was like, and it was so funny too, because it was one of those things where like, I don't think the tweet had a lot of comments, but every comment was a conversation. So the notifications just kept, like, it was like 13 comments, but each of the 13 comments was 70 people piling on.
Well, that's where you fucked up by leaving. I turned off notifications and put, on Twitter 100,000 years ago.
Yeah.
So that at least I could put my phone down, and
it was so funny. And then, do you want to know something funny? Don't fucking tweet anything.
I already did.
No, I know, but not again. The WARDOGS, like, the drama really started once, like, at WARDOGS commented and said, we got you, JesseKazam, with the handshaking moment. I haven't gotten an email. So I got all the hate and I didn't even get the invite, bro. It's like literally, it was all for nothing. Which is fine. It's fine.
It's the worst of all possible worlds.
I know. To be honest, to be transparent, I think when people get invites, they get 1 or 2 friend codes. And somebody that is in chat that, like, we've been talking about WARDOGS for a couple weeks was like, bro, do you want my friend code? And I was like, if you don't have a friend, sure. And so he sent it to me. So I'm in the upcoming playtest. I haven't played yet, but I'm in the upcoming playtest. But I didn't get an email. So
so wait, I didn't even need to tweet.
So it.
Oh no.
Well, this happened yesterday. The guy being like, "Hey, I have a friend code." Yeah, it was literally yesterday.
Listen,
bro, that shit was.
Dude, there's
the internet.
There's so many things going on in this motherfucking world today that me, the guy who sends 100 emails to 100 companies looking for like all kinds of things, never get any response from anyone, nothing ever happens from it, and that's me like cringing, doing the thing that content creators need to do. You need to push around your fucking follower numbers to try and make inroads with companies, with brands, with developers, with games, with fucking all this stuff, and I don't ever do that like 99 times out of 100, okay? And the one time I fucking do, I do it not for my own gain, to selflessly help someone else.
Dude, that's what I'm saying.
And we both just get fucked.
Dude, the irony of like, you weren't using your clout for yourself. You were using it for somebody else. And I wasn't using my clout to get anything. I didn't know you tweeted it, and you weren't doing anything selfish.
PayPal me $1,000 US.
Yeah, and we both just got raked over the coals, bro. Raked over the coals. It is so funny. It was like, yeah. It's kind of connected to that. We were having a conversation, and once again, this is actually with somebody that's in chat all the time. Awesome guy. Like it was one of the like good conversations. But it was like we were talking about that, about how like they've been like super focused in their testing that they're not excluding content creators, but it's not like content creator thing. They just like literally send out invitations. They're either randomized or they're based on like hardware specifications or whatever. And somebody was like, isn't that how it should be? I can't believe like people are so mad about this. And I was like, nobody's mad about it. And I don't remember how we got there, but it was like, it was just one of those moments where it's like, I'm just like, remember, I'm literally just a 34-year-old dude at a desk. Like, when you type in chat, WARDOGS looks awesome, I hope I get in the playtest, you don't see that as problematic. But if I read your chat message and go, oh, dude, I want to play so bad, that's preloaded where you go, he thinks he's entitled to play before me. It's like, dude, I'm just a gamer. I'm just a dude. Like, I could be wheeling and dealing. I could be, at DMing somebody who DMs somebody else. I could be adding WARDOGS every single day saying, but it's just like, I'm just saying the same thing you're saying. I'm just saying I want to play it too. Like I don't feel entitled to play it before you do. I'm just saying, like, it's because it's crazy because it ends up being like a moment you would think would be like a shared moment. It's like, oh, you're excited for that game. I'm excited for that game too. And it's like, how did we get to this place where like you're saying you're excited, and then if I say I'm excited, all of a sudden it's this like I deserve to play before you. It's like I genuinely don't think that. I just wish it was WARDOGS launch day and we could all play together right now. Like, I don't know.
Dog, can't have any solidarity with our fellow comrades. Okay, you have to just be. These are the same people that like would be mad at like federal student loan forgiveness.
Yeah.
Because they just paid off their student loans 2 years ago, and they would be like, nope, no one else can have it.
Yeah.
If I didn't get it, no one else can have it.
Yeah. I don't want other people to have it better than me. I just want to have it good. And then if I have it good, everyone else can have it good too. Anyways, so the WARDOG thing was funny. I thought the devblog they did was very based. I, once again, concede that we live in a time that is unfortunately fucked from both ends, where when a devblog from a company about a game has a bunch of red flags, we're like, fuck shit, no, bad. And when a devlog from a game has only good things, we are like, can't be real, fuck shit, fuck, what the fuck, you know what I mean? So it's like, I get it. And I definitely felt that a little bit too while watching the video, where I was like, this is too good. It's too based. They're trying too hard. I get it. But at the same time, I agreed with everything they said in the thing. Conceptually, I like the way they process feedback. I like that they stick to their guns. I like that their North Star is that they know. Dude, I mean, it literally you would just like, if you watch that devlog, you would just laugh at how many times you and I have said, why, like, Tarkov, like, what do they know what they want the game to be? You know what I mean? And then in their devlog, they're like, the thing is we know what we want this game to be, and we want to share that with you guys. And until you, and it's just the amount of times. Oh yeah, dude, I forgot when they were talking about the kill cam and when they were talking about how important friction is to the experience. It needs to be frustrating, but how too much friction can kneecap an experience before you get to the good part. They literally showed a clip of one of the devs playing Tarkov, dying from one tap anywhere and just going, fuck this, I'm going to bed, died to a fucking invisible guy, refunded. They literally showed a clip of Tarkov, which was hilarious.
That's fucking funny, dude.
So yeah. So that's that. Tarkov did a little roadmap, but like reverse was making me laugh because they didn't post a roadmap. They posted a preliminary plan for Escape from Tarkov updates up to Q4. So they're not even calling it a roadmap anymore. It's like a preliminary plan for a potential roadmap.
They unironically did. We have a concept of a plan.
Yes, they unironically did. We have the concepts of a plan. There's some cool stuff on here. All I care about is July. The only card, there's 4 cards on here, and like only one of them is like a patch. Anyways, July, season 1 of seasonal Tarkov begins, and I am very excited. Because they, I don't know. We'll see. Once again, we went through that a couple of weeks ago. I just hope that they really make it feel different than Tarkov. Genuinely, I don't care how they do it. Because if they make it feel different from Tarkov and it's bad, at least they can like make season 2 better and make season 3 better and make season 4 better. But if it's just Tarkov with like different quests over here where you just do the thing, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, that's going to be ass. So, but they seem to have a really good idea for what they want that to be, and that is very exciting. Let's see, what else are the things? They have a lot of like The observer camera is coming in July. I told you you can. So it's like when you die, you can spectate through the like your homies, but only if they buy an item and put it in their special slot. But that's coming in July.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
They're completely redoing the insurance system, reworked task system. A bunch of things you would think you would do for 1.0, but I digress. The group shared kill objectives or group sharing for certain tasks. Optimization. Yeah, so that's the big July patch. And then later in the year, they're doing, holy shit, finally, first-person magazine loading animations. Praise be. Praise be. Praise be. Somebody in chat was like...
You know what that's going to... No, you say praise be, except it's going to be like... Rather than... Because right now, you just, click and drag, and it just click. Now it's going to be... Get the fucking box.
It's going to be the hideout gym mini game for every round. Click. You have to click your mouse and fail a QTE and it drops the round.
Click. Oh, nope, dropped it. You opening the cardboard box, you're going to do what happens to me every time, which is to rip my fucking cuticle.
Yeah.
Just rips the,
you get a light bleed.
Oh my God, you get the callus on your thumb, so it slows down actually as you go. You can slower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, dude, it's going to be great. Like, somebody was like, well, it shouldn't be faster. Like, loading animations is slow. I was like, it doesn't need to be faster. I was like, right now, what happens is in Tarkov, you stick your head in your backpack, and then that's where you load the ammo from. All I want to be able to do is look around. Like, I don't need to be able to full sprint pack my bag. I just want my head out of my backpack. So that's exciting. Unity 6 coming later this year, which in the ETS is fucking insane. They're messing with extractions, like extraction availability rework. They're changing that. Gear weapon presets. Bring a friend and return bonus programs.
Bring a friend and return bonus programs.
Yep.
I think ChatGPT got confused there somewhere along the lines.
Yeah. Yeah. I have no idea what that means.
Bring
a friend. Rebalance.
Save a horse, ride a cowboy.
Save a horse, ride a cowboy. They're rebalancing the trader system and the loot on locations and trader reputation system rebalance. It's like, once again, I don't want to be the Debbie Downer. Better late than never. Tarkov is getting better with every update. The game Escape from Tarkov is getting better with every update. There have been the most locked in they've been since 1.0 than in all prior to 1.0. They're locked the fuck in. But every time this kind of stuff comes up, I just can't help but kind of comment on that, where it's like, going into 1.0, we were like, for years we were saying like, man, back when the game was in alpha and early beta, the traders kind of, every time there was a new item, they would put it on the traders so that people could buy it, so that, people could test it. But now what that's meant is like, there's a lot of bloat on the traders. The game doesn't feel like a survival game anymore. You can have everything. Like, we've talked about all this kind of stuff. Like, the insurance system kind of felt half-baked because you can buy insurance from proper or therapist, but there's really no reason to do therapist. Like, all these things. Rebalancing hideout progression, rebalancing insurance system, rebalancing the task system, rebalancing the trader system, rebalancing the loot on locations, rebalancing the reputation system. Like, these are all things that just like makes so much sense for a 1.0 patch. You know what I mean? I can't not bring it up. But through the lens of, I'm trying not to be an old man yelling at the clouds. Every update, Tarkov is getting better, 100%. But you would just think that they would want to nail this stuff for 1.0 so that they could have made it like 1.0 felt like as soon as it dropped, like the air just got sucked out of the balloon. Everybody had their moment where they went to terminal and they escaped and they were like, holy fucking shit, this is like maybe one of the coolest video game experiences ever, like me included. But then it was just like so immediately there was just like nothing else there. And since then, they've been chefing up sick ass updates every patch since then. Like, they're locked the fuck in. But I just can't help but like make that comment on like, imagine if the raid queue time like, you get into raids in 2 minutes now instead of 10 minutes. There have been all sorts of quality of life stuff that have come since then. Imagine
Which,
that.
frankly, honestly, is the best part, is being able to play guitar before the raid.
Imagine all those things, and better optimization, and better and a rebalance to the loot and the progression system, and like you would just think that would be there, but we'll see. We'll see. Yeah. But I'm super excited for seasonal. That's coming in July. So once again, just kind of like holding pattern until then. But because I really am enjoying Tarkov again. And we were talking about a bunch of stuff like, will Icebreaker be there? Will the flea market be there? Will Labyrinth be there? Because like we were kind of having all these conversations about how like Icebreaker was sick. We talked about that like 2 weeks in a row, how like sick Icebreaker is, and how in a lot of ways it's the best work they've ever done in map design, in lore, in quest design, and how the quests and the lore actually interact with what you do in the game. It's got great vibes. It's like this single player, almost like, or not single player, but like PvE, like raid type shit. It's awesome. But we have to be real about like the effects on the economy, right? So one Black Division, when you kill them, it's like killing a boss. So I can solo Icebreaker. Okay. Now that I've figured it out, every successful solo Icebreaker, I can get about 150 to 180,000 XP. That's getting from level, I checked it earlier. That is getting from 1 to level 15 in one raid. Now you can't do Icebreaker your first raid, but that's how much XP that is, right? Every successful Icebreaker raid, I can come out with 2 to 5 million rubles in profit. Okay? And there are no players. Now you can still die to the fucking Black Division, but there are no players. So that experience is sick. When you extract with that XP, that feels good. When you extract and make 3 million rubles, that feels good. But you have to ask the question then, what the fuck am I doing on customs?
Yeah, it's just one of those things, like with every game, when you have something that is so much better than everything else, it makes playing anything else feel not only less fun, but also like you feel as if you're wasting time, you're wasting value.
Exactly. If you're money running, why aren't you on Icebreaker? If you need streamer items, why aren't you on Labyrinth? Are you XP farming? Why aren't you on Icebreaker? The only like acceptable reasons to be anywhere else is like you're going for Kappa. You're questing, right? Doing a thing that forces you somewhere else. But that removes, like, we've talked about this ad nauseum throughout our career, but it's more relevant than ever. A good extraction shooter raid is not everybody on the map wanting to PvP, even though you and I were both heavy PvPers. A good extraction shooter raid is not everybody doing like a really good, well-designed quest. A good extraction shooter raid is everybody with a different goal that collide organically with each other. Some people, and that's when Tarkov felt so good. When some people were running marked room on customs for money. Some people were doing stash runs. Some people were trying to get setup done. Some people were just there to PvP, and some people were farming the boss. And that is what, but now, if you want XP, there's a better way. There's a better map for it. If you want money, there's a better map for it. If you want ammo, there's a better map for it. So all that's left is the people that just want to literally slam their head against the wall with PvP, or the guy that's like brand new that's on customs because he's level 17 and he needs to do his pocket watch quest. And so I have been noticing that like it is, and then when you add on top of that, most of the stuff that's left that you can't get on Icebreaker has already been outsourced to a different place other than the raid as well. i.e., I can buy it off the flea market, I can get it crafted in the hideout, or I can get it by playing arena. So, more than ever, there are less reasons to go into a customs raid or a streets raid. other than just the fun of it. Now, I agree that going streets is fun. I don't want to go icebreaker all day, but it's just the fun of part of the fun of it was the mishmash of people. And so it's like when I find, when I'm on streets and I'm like, oh, this is a place where rare loot spawns and it spawned, that doesn't feel good because every spot that has a rare loot spawn on icebreaker spawns rare loot. And so what does that do to, you know what I mean? It's so, it's a weird, we're just in a weird spot. So what I see with seasonal is I'm wondering, are they going to be able to basically put the bumpers back up and stop everything you need to do in raid from being outsourced to somewhere else? Like, I would be pro no icebreaker, no labyrinth, no connection to arena as a start. If you want something, you go fucking in a raid to get it. And if you don't like that, that's what like main Tarkov is for. Does that make sense? Like that's why I have so many eggs in the basket of seasonal, is because it's too late to turn around Tarkov, right? It's like they're not going to unlink arena, right? They're not going to get rid of icebreaker. It's too late. But here we have the ability to be like, hey, if you like if you like main Tarkov where you can basically just like, you don't have to really play raids anywhere, but then that lets you just play raids wherever you want. Cool. But over here, here's where it's the thing. Like we were talking about like, they've talked about like the Scav Life DLC. And I was going through like, I'm not like, if you're listening to this and you're a Tarkov fan, please, like, I'm not freaking making a video about this. I'm not messaging it to BSG. This is a thought experiment. If you don't know what that is, pause the video, Google it, and then come back. I swear to God, you'll be better for it. I was like, bro, imagine if the Scav Life DLC is finally them divorcing the Scav mode from Tarkov, and the Scav Life DLC was like, do you ever play The Division?
Like for like 2 days.
Okay. So like
not enough
way after The Division 1 came out, they came out with The Division Survival. And it was like, it was in The Division, but it was a completely different thing. You would start in like the cold on the streets of New York in a blizzard, and you didn't have any of your gear, and you had to like find and scavenge and get in your fire barrels and heat yourself up. And it was like one of the most beloved DLCs in The Division, but it was so divorced from the main game, which is all about just like grinding better and better and better gear. I was like, the Scav Life DLC should be essentially like 2017 Tarkov. Scav Life DLC is Tarkov survival mode. It's like DayZ. You click go on your scav, like customs, right? And you start with your scav kit, and you just try and scavenge and loot. And then when you end the raid, there's no stash. You just pick a different map. Whatever HP you're at, whatever you have in your backpack, you just pick a different map. And then you just go. And it's just one life. How long can you go? And when you die, you just start the fuck
beard,
over.
The beard that grows every minute, it gets longer and longer. And when you come across the scav that has the longest beard, it's because like, think about what scavving is now. It's largely just, I need this found in raid on my PMC so I can go look for it risk-free on a scav. If you find that thing you need, one bolt, one CPU fan, you put it in your backpack, you run to the extract. Yeah. Like your scav isn't a life. Like at no point in your scav are you searching for things to increase the survivability of your scav. No. It's all through the lens of what can I just give to my player? So imagine if scavving in Tarkov was completely divorced from your hideout, from your PMC character, you would play it so differently. And then in this thought experiment of mine, scav karma would be fucking out. It would be dog eat dog. There's no PMCs on the map. It's AI and other player scavs, and it's dog eat dog. And it's just like PvP with busted AKs and weapon jams, and like, and it's just like, just DayZ. It's just like full on survival. That to me would be so fun, because it would bring Tarkov from like wide back to narrow. All I'm considering is surviving. What you have is your scav. Oh my God. This is Sorry, I'm just
No,
like
cook it.
I did a whole 8-page
Yeah.
Google design doc in my head.
It's simmering. It's coming to a boil. All right, hit me with it.
I'll give you what was like the TLDR. Imagine if, like, you remember how there was some feature recently where you had to like go from point A to point B to point C.
The transit thing, yeah.
Imagine if there was like you had like a starting point and an end point, and it's like 3 maps. You had to survive like 3 raids with your scav,
Yeah.
and at the end, you have to find like a box that's like the secret stash that you put the shit in the stash, and then your PMC has to go get that stash. You have one raid.
Oh my god.
And you get to go pick it up, dude.
That would be insane.
You get to like almost as if like your scav was like a hired by your PMC to go like do a thing.
Yeah.
And oh man.
Bro, yeah, dude. I take it further. You know, I'm like, now that I'm just saying this,
I'm forgetting this forever after this.
what would be sick? You click scav and you click go. There's no map selector and there are no extracts, just transits. Like, literally just make scavving DayZ with 10 instance maps instead of Chernarus. Like, the only way to continue as the timer is going down is to find your way to a transit and transit to another map. And you keep all your stuff and your health status and whatever. And it's just like, how long could you live? How long could you go? And there's no rules. Kill everything on site. Back to DayZ stuff. You can VoIP with somebody, you can team up with them, but you're not going to lose any karma if you betray them. Just full-blown survival. You need hydration and you need ammo. Fuck, dude. I would play that all day.
Bro, that's like 94% of the way there. It's missing something that like people need some kind of progression or some kind of like something to put a stake, like people, because at least with DayZ, when you die, you get to respawn and kind of go back. So
True.
It's like so you either need something that you can transfer to a player, you need some kind of progression, some reason, because otherwise it's like what it ends up being is like PUBG without the excitement of a chicken dinner.
Yeah.
Like, no one would play PUBG.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
There needs to be a goal other than just survive.
I see what you're saying. As somebody who's like, basically what I'm saying, you're probably right. I disagree with you as Jesse, but like if we were actually going to put this into a mode, you're probably right. I'm so disenfranchised with the goals. Like we were talking about that. That's basically the conversation we were having earlier, where like nothing you do in Tarkov is about the raid you're in. You need to go in this raid so you can kill the boss, so you can unlock this quest because you're going for Kappa and you need to get Kappa before you prestige. Like everything is 7 layers deep. All you care about, like I just need 1 more screw so I can get this hideout upgrade so I can craft this thing and I can turn it in for this quest. It's all so many orders of magnitude removed. Nobody fucking cares about just being alive in the raid I'm in. I've got 700,000 HKs. I don't care if I lose this one. I would trade it all for a fucking drill. I spent 6 days looking for a drill. So personally, as a like wholesale rejection of that, I'm like, I actually would fucking love if all there was just survive as long as you can. But to get like any more buy-in from any more people than just me running around alone, you're probably right. You would need a little bit of carrot at the end of the stick. But conceptually, as like a starting point, having like the scav mode be essentially like a third character. It's a separate thing, and you could just play that for hours and hours and hours and hours, and you don't lose or gain anything. It's just be in the world, exist, survive, persist. Like, because that would be,
which is the subline to Survivor, right? Exist, survive, persist.
Exist, survive, persist. Yeah, that's kind of a banger, because that would be. It would completely change.
Outwit, outplay, outlast.
Outwit, outplay, outlast. Okay. It would completely change how you engage with a Tarkov raid. Like, you need to find food and water. You can't just extract and get it in your stash. What happens when you killed a player that had remember? Oh my God, you'll remember this. Remember how Smoke used to play? He used to take the dust cover off his gun and the buttstock off his gun and the suppressor off his gun, and he would just go in and he would try to find a buttstock that fit and find a rail that fit and find a suppressor that fit.
that was a side quest that he was doing. He was like, I need to go to Shoreline. I need to find Alkali for the quest.
Yes.
Now, what I'm going to do is that's like my main sort of thing. In the meantime, because you can only, that's like a passive thing. You can't actively really do that. In the meantime, I'm going to actively do this thing where I build a gun. And then whatever I kill and find and grab on the way there is what I take out. That's the point of a raid. It's not,
for sure.
I'm not doing a raid. Otherwise, it's thinking about now, every paycheck that you made now is for when you're 83 and you retire.
Yes.
That removes the joy of life from life, right? Like, yeah.
Yes. But what I'm saying is, like, since Smoke was doing that, all we've gotten is just more quests, more things to do that, like, something on the other end, you know, because nobody interacts with the world like that. Like, building up a gun. What happens when you kill another scav that had spent 4 hours building up a gun and you kill him, but you don't have any ammo for the gun? Do you take the gun around hoping to find ammo, or do you take the gun that you have ammo for? Like, it would just be a completely different, and that would be cool if, like, maybe you there's something to, like, however many, like, scavs you kill during a life, you get, like, paid for by fence, and your player gets something, or how long you survive, or, like, something where, like, there is the longer I survive with this and the more I engage with the world and interact with it, there is something like that. That would be ideas.
Yeah, because so much of the game is, like, think about how many items in a raid are relevant to the raid right now. It's really only, like, food, water you come across, and, like, and the ammo and guns are only relevant if they're, like, better than what you have, or you're, like, out. But, like, otherwise, if you, like, go to customs and you open up a room and there's, like, a god stash of stuff.
Yeah.
It's just
valuables don't matter if you're not taking them back to your stash 100%. It would require a loot rebalance.
It just slows you down, right? So you, like, don't. Yeah. So there would need to be something, but you're on to something for sure.
It would just
conceptually.
be so sick. Another thing we were noticing is, like, I had just set the goal for myself to, like, fully max the hideout. They've added, like, a bunch of different, like, parts of the hideout that I haven't like maxed it out in forever. Like, I just didn't care. But I was like, this is the 1.0 character. This is the character that never wipes again. And I need something to do, right? So I was like, let me max out the hideout. And they're on their 50-50 shit where, like, some of the things you need for hideout upgrades need to be found in raid, but not everything.
Oh God. So it's even more annoying in that, like, now your spreadsheet that you had to keep now has to have, like, another column.
Yeah.
Oh, kill me.
And so I just needed a drill. I just need one drill, and then I can build the last hideout module. Okay. It took us 2 days to find it because, well, one, RNG, but two, this brought up, which, by the way, these conversations aren't ever negative in chat. It's just like, we're shooting the shit because I'm searching filing cabinets looking for a drill. But we were talking about, like, think about, like, I wish this is something I could ask ChatGPT. How many individual items, lootable items, were in the game in 2017, and how many lootable items are in the game in 2026? I'm
asking ChatGPT, by the way, how many individual
lootable items
were in Escape from Tarkov in 2018?
2017 or 18, either way.
2018.
And how many are in the game right now?
How many are currently in the game right now? Lootable, like, you mean all items, like, not like loot.
Anything that can be found in any container inside of a raid. There's no way he's gonna get it right.
Do you have any idea?
None. I just know it's minimum 10x what it was, is the point I was trying to make.
Searching the wiki database, blah, blah, blah. 2018, circa patch 0.10 to 0.11. Approximate lootable item count. 1,200 to 1,800 items.
Okay.
Is that even possible?
That there were that many? Yeah.
1,200?
Yeah, if you every single part of every single gun that could be in a weapon case or whatever.
Current game, 4,500 to 6,000. Now let me read a few things just because it's got a bunch of context. And I'm curious because everyone said there's no chance.
Yeah.
The reason the range is so wide is that Tarkov databases can count items differently. Some counts include only items that can exist as independent inventory objects. Some include every weapon attachment variant.
Yeah.
Some include quest-only items. Some include special edition keys, stims, plates, streamer items, etc. What's not really debatable is the scale of the growth. In 2018, Tarkov had 4 maps, factory customs woods interchange, no weapon durability system, no hideout, no armor plates, no lighthouse reserve, streets, ground zero, etc. Far fewer attachments and barter items. Since then, they've added thousands of weapons, parts, attachments, hundreds of barter items, hideout crafting materials, keys, stims, injectors, electronics, armor plate systems, new weapons, ammunition, and quest items. So if you're asking about items that can spawn as loot in raid, in 2018, roughly 1,500. Today, 5,000.
Okay. That
honestly, I feel like ChatGPT cooked.
They might have cooked there. That feels like that tracks. But that okay, I'll give that feels like that tracks closer than maybe I would have expected. But the point I'm trying to make is like it can be what?
7 years ago on Escape from Tarkov Reddit, there are 1,634 items tracked on EFTloot.com currently. 1,600, and ChatGPT said 2018 roughly 1,500, and that would. Okay,
so it didn't get it right. It's supposed to be super intelligent, bro. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. The point I'm trying to make is trying to find loot is easier than ever because there's more loot. Trying to find an item is cancer because what can spawn in a filing cabinet, the amount of the types of loot, it used to be cigarettes, bolts, screws, and drills. But I need a drill. Now it's like, now it's a trillion things. What can spawn in filing cabinets, Tarkov? Because I know all this stuff has been like reverse engineered. Yeah.
Did you ask ChatGPT or?
No. But it's, dude, it's truly like there's got to be 200 things that can spawn in a filing cabinet now because there's like 100 keys that can spawn in. Like non-key items. It's labs card, duct tape, insulating tape, matches, lighter, AA battery, ES lamp, light bulb, USB adapter, T-shape plug, Zippo plug, spark plug, D-size battery, dollar, rechargeable battery, damaged hard drive, Euros, power cord, broken LCD, broken G4, diary, ultraviolet lamp, construction measuring tape, printer, slim diary, gas cylinder, SAS drive, military flash drive, portable power bank, heck tape. I'm halfway through the items. And then the keys is 4x longer than that list, just the keys alone. So
remember when the best place to get gas analyzers was just the filing cabinets in the factory office?
Yes. But so that's kind of what I was saying, where it's like finding like when you need one thing for the hideout, everything, it's like, oh, well, you know, immediately people are like, oh, you need drills. They spawn in, because people always have the wiki up, they spawn in duffel bags, filing cabinets, and toolkits. But every duffel bag, filing cabinet, and toolkit, every time you rip it, you're pulling a lottery ticket. And when there were 25 things you could find in a duffel bag, you were going to find it faster than when there are 200 things you can find in a duffel bag. And so looking for one item is just like so cancerous now, because it's like people think there's like, you know, the like, if there's 10 items you can find in a duffel bag, right? You might find it in like between 1 and 20 to 25. People think if you search 10 duffel bags, you'll find it, right? That's not how it works. You could search 25, but you'll find it eventually. But if there's 200 things that can spawn in a duffel bag and you need one item, like it's not crazy for you to search 1,000 duffel bags and not find that item. And so people are like, just go interchange. There's lots of computers. It's like, dude, we're just, It's like it's just RNG. We're just literally playing the lottery every time. And so the item economy has ballooned. And once again, I'm not even saying I'm not even saying like there should be hard spawns for everything. You know, I'm not even this literally isn't like a fuck BSG type thing. It's just one of those things where you don't realize, like we were talking about with Icebreaker, where like it's cool that there are more items in the game, but you know, do we think the second and third order effects of that were considered, where it's like they have this found and raid system and they don't want you to be able to buy everything, but they don't really like, how do you measure how much harder it is to buy a thing? You know, people are like, well, yeah, back in my day, we had to find everything. It's like back in your day, there were 4 things that spawned in duffel bags, bro. You didn't have to look that hard. And so it's just like, it's kind of all over the place.
I remember watching Smoke take like 2 weeks to find the fucking alkaline he needed for the goddamn quest.
Yeah. Well, there's always, of course, been like, it's RNG all the way down, whether it's a 1 in 10 chance or a 1 in 100 chance.
Oh, it was AIDS then, and it's just quadruple AIDS now.
Yeah, quadruple AIDS. So,
point. Yeah.
It's just interesting. It's funny, but but yeah, I don't know.
Honestly, all this talk is getting me excited, more excited for the subathon and getting to play Tarkov again,
dude.
Which is that all the drywall's done.
Ooh, nice.
The drywall is done. I just need the garage doors and a few other things, and then me and my old man will start
building the cabinets.
My Bob Vila arc, where I'll be walking around covered in sawdust. And,
yes, bro.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to wear cowboy boots or something. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do.
That's exciting.
I've been a beta cuck for so long. I don't know how to be a man.
Got soft hands. Got soft hands. I literally don't think I could do anything even remotely manly anymore. I play video games. That's what I do.
You have a beard that most men would.
Yeah.
Most men who would insult your T levels would dream for. Okay, so.
That's right. Have you seen that guy? There's a couple of guys. Have you seen the guy that's like, he's got like a bin full of rocks, and he's like, day 500 of punching the rocks until they turn into sand to make my knuckles harder. And he just films himself punching rocks for like thousands of days to make his fists ready for a fight.
You just described the human embodiment of the Escape from Tarkov subreddit.
Yeah.
Just punching rocks every day in the hopes of some dumb fucking goal that isn't even good for them.
There was a different guy. I swear to God, this is... Okay, I don't know. I'm not saying I swear to God this is real. He could have been lying about what he was doing, but this was a real TikTok of a guy, and what he said he was doing was like day 1000 of spraying dog medicine on my hands to make them tougher. And he would spray this shit on his hands, and then he would rub his hands together, and I can't, in a world that God potentially made, I cannot describe to you on a spiritual or metaphysical level the sound that his hands made when he rubbed them together after spraying this foreign chemical on it. But it was crazy. It was just people are weird,
like,
man.
Were they like rough and like
kind of, yeah.
Bro, why?
I don't know.
Why? Is this some like clavicular bullshit? Like,
yeah. Which, by the way, not that I like follow clavicular any more than it is thrust upon me because he hires 1,000 people to nonstop clip every moment of his stream and then flood the zone. I feel like every time I see him, he's undergoing plastic surgery, but I thought that was gay. Like I thought his whole thing was like, you know what I mean? I'm so basically what I'm trying to say is I'm confused at the current manosphere because it seems highly aestheticized when I thought that was the...
No, that's not the manosphere proper. There's like Venn diagram with the manosphere proper. That's the incel looks maxing.
Okay.
Like, where it's all about, bro, he's like literally unironically like, bro, I'm 98% to the way to like the golden ratio, bro.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
No, it's unironically like
have you seen the videos of the?
Bro, he takes a hammer and he hits his jawline in the morning every day.
Yeah, but he's
he
like plastic surgery on his ears. He had plastic surgery on his nose. Like recently, he's like he's the
that's the maxing part of the looks maxing.
He's the IRL equivalent. Have you seen the videos of people? They take pictures of celebrities and then they overlay the outline of the like super manly masculine Squidward, and then they push all the using like Photoshop. He's like doing that IRL, like turning himself into the like Squidward man.
Yes. No. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That's the weird. It's all about ratios. It's all about, dude. It is a.
By the way, when I said that was gay, what I was saying was that's what I would have thought he would have called gay. I just, we're on the main cast. Yes. I just had that in the back of my head where I was like, oh fuck, oh shit. I love gay people. I have no problem with that. I'm saying he would be the type of person, I would have thought he would have been the type of person that would have said anybody that cares that much about their looks to get like a nose job as a 26-year-old.
No, he wears eyeliner.
Yeah, exactly. I would have thought he would have called that person gay for caring about that, but then he cares about it so much, which is why I'm all turned around. But that's not necessarily the manosphere. This is the looks maxing. I can't keep up with it, man.
No, I mean it's all just a bunch of really sad, mentally ill people who the internet is ruining. The internet has them. It has them so utterly brain fried that like it is the epitome of self-fulfilling prophecy in that they have a crazy, deranged, detached from reality, irrational vision of what women are and how they think. And as such, it makes them act like crazy, fucking weird, creepy ass dickhead douchebags. And as such, that causes women to treat them in a way that they thought they would have been treated to begin with.
Yeah.
It just solidifies no women. See, definitely no women will ever give me they're all this, they're all that. And it's like.
Yeah. And you're just like, zoinks.
When, it's all. Have you seen, God, what was the name of that show? The like 3-episode series that was like there was all like one takes.
Oh,
not 8th Grade. That was the
not Insecure. Yes,
Netflix show.
Yes.
Adolescence. Did you see it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's the unironic, the 80-20. It's all just bullshit. Yeah. It's all nonsense. And the thing is that because everybody lives online and nobody goes to like the bar anymore. Nobody like people like him dropped out of college, or actually I think he got kicked out of college for like drugs.
Yeah,
like,
I have no idea.
They don't like live around other normal people where they have to like make friends and whatever. Every night is like, I got to go to the club to fuck like OnlyFans models or like whatever. Yeah. It's just this and so all of these people who are normal people, they're not millionaire influencer douchebags, think that that's the way they have to live. So they just like don't go out and make friends. If all of these people just realize that there's nothing to any of this bullshit and all you have to do is like shower regularly and make a girl laugh, and be able to fucking read a book, that's it. It doesn't take much. Make a girl laugh and don't be a fucking creep, and boom, you're there. Okay, like, take it from me, the most beta cuck ever, and yet 12 years into a fucking like literally flawless happy fucking marriage with a beautiful woman who it makes 4 times what I make, and it's all rainbows and butterflies.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is make them giggle, okay?
Yep. Yep. Damn. So, and if you can't, break out the hammer and chisel and start expecting. I'm just kidding. Anyways, that is the stuff. You had me until read a book. Yeah, dude.
You don't know. You don't have to read a book. You just have to be able to.
Okay, I can do that. Yeah.
Big difference.
Big difference. How about an article? Can I read an article?
You can have Grok read the article for you.
Thank Christ. Oh my God, bro. Twitch started. Have people been talking to you about this? The AI summaries?
One person mentioned one time that it was broken on my channel, and I'm like, an AI feature doesn't work here? Cool.
Dude, people keep coming in and being like, yo, is this AI summary accurate? And I'm like, what does it say? And then it's like, so then people just copy and pasting it. And it's like, JesseKazam is making a Kappa run on his 73rd attempt on the Escape from Tarkov thing, talking about how grilled cheese is better than macaroni. And it's like, it's just like random little bits from all the conversations we've had. But when you string them, it's like, it's kind of right that we're talking about all those things, but it tries to string them into like one cohesive thought. Like, he's eating a grilled cheese in the Tarkov raid because we talked about grilled cheese and Tarkov, and it's like, oh no, it's been weird.
Jesse is a sentient grilled cheese.
Yeah.
Yes. Just a sentient grilled cheese. I mean, it's like, listen, the burnt peanut. We're not too far off.
Yeah, we're not too far off. I can't get it to work. I haven't seen it. Like, you know how it rolls out? So, like, people are typing it in chat.
I don't use Twitch,
but
bro.
I can't, like, I haven't seen it anywhere, but yeah.
Let me just open up a couple of tabs real quick just to see. It's your 72-month sub anniversary with Dottie Hack.
Hell yeah.
I don't see anything anywhere. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything about anything.
Well, me either. But anyways, thanks for hanging. Thanks for being here. Thanks for supporting the page or for supporting the podcast. Jump the shark there a little bit. If you're interested in even more podcast content, you can go to patreon.com/thepodcastpod. Get early ad-free access to these episodes and exclusive episodes we do every week for the patrons over there. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for the support. Thank you to the Perfect Gene for sponsoring this episode. And we will definitely see y'all on the next one.
Make a pretty girl laugh.